Hello, Sagittarius, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. This is your June Horoscope from me, Kim, at Expressions of the Universe. June is going to be a crazy month, but it starts off with a full moon in Sagittarius, your full moon, on June 5th at 15 degrees with a lunar eclipse. So this is you finding out something about your heart, something about you that you're passionate about, being able to open up to something new. We also have a new moon in Cancer at 0 degrees on June 21st with a solar eclipse. This eclipse energy is transformative. It could be chaotic. New information coming in, things you're learning about that you didn't know about before. Now, the full moon is hitting you in your second and third house. This would be about your money, the things that you value. This is also about the real estate, where it is that you're living. The new moon with the solar eclipse, something's going to come out about your 7th and 8th house. So 7th house being partnerships, marriages, relationships in general. And with that 8th house, it is real estate once again. It's also endings, transformations, new beginnings. So there's a really big topic for the Sagittarians around, I'm thinking it's your home. It's like the place where you live, your money, and also communications are involved. And it's between somebody else. There's somebody else coming in that's going to say something to you that's really going to change about your values, where you live, and your money. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what that all means. Now, I did pre-shuffle all these cards to save time. Sagittarius, I see. So, your eyes are going to be opened to something that you were ignoring, refusing to see. It's definitely going to happen. Thinking on, the full moon in Sagittarius, that lunar eclipse, there's something in the shadows that you either are refusing to see or you're not aware of, but you will be. You will be very soon. We have a grand trine. Consider it a blessing. This transformation, this change, may seem like a total pain in the ass, but it will come through eventually as a blessing. What's passing? North Node, life purpose. So what's really interesting about this is the North Node is in Gemini at the current time. If you have a North Node in Gemini, this is a time for you to be following your life purpose. However, the South Node is in Sagittarius. So being that you are Sagittarians, you're putting, and this card is in the past, in a sense, or something that's already activated in your life, you're putting a lot of those past life actions, emotions, the way that you have been living is kind of going away, so to speak. I'm trying to come up with the right word that I want to use. And this is also thinking that you know everything. There's something you don't know that is going to come out. 9th house, that Sagittarius rules the 9th house. It is about having faith. You are going to have to hold on to faith that everything's going to work out. There could be a lot of drama behind the information that's coming through. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Okay, so there is a tie to Pisces. This also is emotional. It is water-based. This could be a person or just the energy. Now, on top of the IC, what I'm thinking about, especially with the eclipses, is Pisces is that illusion and delusion and the things that we don't want to look at. It's the things that we really subconsciously know are there, but we just don't take a look at it. You're going to be forced to take a look at it. And with that Pisces coming up, I really feel that there's a big highlight on the new moon in Cancer on June 21st with the solar eclipse. That's when either you already know from the full moon and you're just maybe accepting it at that point, or that's when really the truth comes out. Interesting. So we have the grand trine here, and then we have air element is coming up. This is about communications. This is about keeping the lines of communications open, and beings that the full moon will be hitting you partially in your third house. Third house rules communications. That would be full moon energy. Okay, so we have the sun coming up on top of the North Node card. This is about yourself. This is about following your true purpose, your true destiny. If you don't know what that is, you really need to take time out, calm yourself, and go within to try and find it. Ideas that you have been having, you need to start to put into action. And interesting, so on top of the ninth house card saying hold on to the faith, we have the ruler of the ninth house, which is Jupiter. This is expansion. Maybe you're expanding on your beliefs. Also, too, whenever I see this Pisces card and the Jupiter card, you don't want to be overindulging and expanding on overindulgences, whether it's money because of that second house for the full moon, overindulging in food and drink and other things. This is whenever Jupiter comes up, this is also expanding your horizons, but it could also expand your waistline. So I'm just going to let you know that in advance. Now, do you have a question that you wanted answered here? So I've got the karma cards that I brought for this month that will help you answer your question. So think about your question that you have, and you're going to apply the energy of the second house, which is your full moon this month. So this would be about your values. This would be about the material things in your life. This is how you're going to answer your question. Your question will be answered by your beliefs. Your question will also be answered on the things that you value. And your question will also rely on the resources that you have at hand. So for what I'm thinking about is, don't limit your beliefs. You have to think about what's truly important to you in your life, but then you also have to be realistic and think about what are your current resources. How can you expand and change those resources that are coming in so that you can feel at ease about what it is you have. I'm also hearing from my guides that when you have a lack mentality, then the universe will just show up with less of what it is that you're desiring. Realize that the universe is perpetually abundant, and you have to change your mindset a little bit in order to allow that flow to come in. Now, your angel card is Archangel Raphael. Love that. So that automatically says to me, there's a part of you that definitely needs healing. This could be mental, like the way that you think, your beliefs. When I'm looking at these cards here, it could be heart chakra related. Raphael is the color of the green ray. And so anything green, healing related. It says that you are actually blessed to get this angel card because he's bringing you health and healing and abundance. So he's changing your thoughts and your beliefs about what it is you can have, what it is that you need, and what it is that's important. Your affirmation to remind yourself every day is, I'm happy, healthy, and abundant. So use that mantra so that you can attract the abundance to you. Your crystal card is Charoite. I can never say this. Charoite. Charoite. I don't know. I have a really bad time saying that. But it's a path of service. And that goes with that North Node card on top of your sun is, and the belief card, I think, too, this ninth house and expansion. Path of service. When you are serving others, when you're doing for others, it actually gives us a sense of abundance. Even if you don't have anything really to give other than of yourself and your time, it's priceless. And when you focus on helping others, it's that you actually help yourself and you give yourself a higher self-esteem, make yourself feel good about doing that. So I really feel as though that's part of the picture, but not being a doormat, like giving so much of yourself that you're neglecting yourself and your other responsibilities. Your animal totem card, I love this, and it really goes with kind of what I just said. It's starfish animal totem, and it's saying to open up to infinite possibilities. Whenever I think of the starfish, it's one of the only animals that doesn't have a brain, yet it's instinctual. So this is about really tapping in to that Jupiter, that Sagittarius, that knowing, instinctual. This is also regenerative. So I'm feeling as though, like with the starfish, they lose one of their little arms, they will regrow another arm. So anything that you lose, you don't have to worry, because it will come back to you in the right time, and if it's meant for you. So there's a lot of hidden meanings in that animal totem card. And yeah, I think it's also a different mindset. So part of me saying that they're one of the only animals that doesn't have a brain, so they don't overthink things. And that is probably one of the themes that is coming up here, is to not overthink about what is going on and kind of just going with the flow and tapping into your intuition and allowing that to guide you. All right, so the balance card is coming up, and it is in reverse position. So there are a lot of things that are still out of balance in your life that you need to bring into balance. And I feel that it's definitely like mind over heart, heart over mind, overthinking over, instead of feeling and tapping in to the heart chakra. This is also talking about overindulgence once again, being temperate, things in moderation. Don't overdo anything, because when you do, you actually lose that balance as well. It's almost as if I'm hearing that you're trying to overcompensate for one thing, and so you're overdoing it, and then it's throwing things off of balance again. Everything in moderation, and slow it down. Take your time. Everything will pan out and work out in its own timing. All right, so we have the Five of Earth. The Five of Earth is coming up to, it talks about a poverty mindset, actually, or thinking that there isn't enough. And so I think that that is part of your fears, that it's part of what is holding you back. And also, too, for this month of June, there's going to be a big focus on that because of the full moon in the second house. Very interesting to that effect. But it is all about the mindset and thinking with a lack mentality. So, going to go back to Archangel Raphael card. We're also going to go back to the Path of Service crystal card. Put yourself in a path of service. Allow yourself to be bathed in the green light. Tap into that heart chakra and the intuition and the starfish totem. Relax your mind. Stop overthinking everything, Sages. And your final card, interesting. It's focus. And I love that because with everything that I'm talking about, it makes me think of like, well, where are you putting your focus? Because where you put your focus, that is what will be highlighted. So if you are thinking good thoughts, putting your focus to something productive, then of course, that will expand. That's that Jupiter card. However, if your focus is in a lower vibration, you're just going to attract more of that to yourself. So it's very important this month, especially with where the full moon and the new moon and the eclipses are hitting you, to have your focus in the most positive light that you can. Well, anytime. Also, too, in case I didn't mention it, we have Mercury going retrograde in Cancer on June 18th. So there's going to be really a big review because we have so many other planets in retrograde. You're re-reviewing even the last 6 months of your life. You're going over everything in your life right now. And pretty much for the rest of the year. Go with the flow, roll with the punches. There are going to be changes and upheavals, but everything works out in the end. And that is why you are holding on to the faith that everything will work out. I hope you liked this video. If you did, comment me, let me know. Please share it with your friends. If you are not subscribed, go ahead. Subscribe, hit my head. Check out my other videos. And be sure to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, and expressionsoftheuniverse.com. Until next time, little centaurs, have a great June.